Shalom. Shalom. Ahab wa Baraka. First and foremost, Kol Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rupakadash. Double honors to all the elder apostles, the prophets, and the disciples, also the teachers, not in that order, of GMS for bringing out this 100% truth. Now, if you watched my classes yesterday, I got the opportunity to congregate with GMS, and I'm going to tell you right now, we're some like-minded people. I was really happy, for lack of better words. I was really exhorted. I was really encouraged to be able to study with them. Today, I'm going to do what Elder Apostle Tahar does. We'll go back to the basics. So go ahead and open up your Bibles if you're following along. Make sure that it's working. Open up your Bibles if you're following along. And go to the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 4. Tablet's starting. Forgot I had to charge it today. So yeah, yesterday was great. It was great congregating with like-minded people for the first time ever. There was no dispute. There was no debate. It was just flowing in the spirit, and the precepts were coming out. So it was just a great feeling to finally be able to study with like-minded people. Now, for my brethren that have different thoughts to me, it doesn't mean I love you any less. It's just I want to be studying with the people that feel the same as I do. Oh, you can come through here, man. Well, let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 4 KJV. Shalom, Akiyah. Shalom. We're going to start from the top. We're just going to read 1 through 18 and call it a day. So, let's find it. Oh my gosh. What in the hell? All kinds of stuff, just doing it already. Already doing it. Alright, let's start from the top. This is 2 Timothy chapter 4 KJV. I charge thee therefore before Yahweh and the Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing and his kingdom. So what we're going to get into real quick is what's the quick and what's the dead. I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to prove it. The quick are the ones with the quickened spirit. In other words, the ones that Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, put the spirit of truth in. That's the quick. And the dead are the ones that are dead in spirit. Okay? Let's get it. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, KJV. Go down to verse 45. And so it is written, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul. The last Adam was made a quickening spirit. There's your quick. Now, let's get to dead. Revelation chapter 11, KJV. And these are the ones that are dead in spirit. So he's going to judge the quick and the dead. Now I'm just giving you an example of the dead in spirit right here, because these dead are actually going to rise back up in the truth. But for the lack of, because this is just a precept that I had in mind when I wrote it, so I'm going to go ahead and bring it out. This is Revelations 11 and 9. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies. There's your dead. 3 days and a half, and they shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. So what it's talking about is that they're dead in spirit, and they're not going to wake them up by telling them the truth of who they really are. So, now that we know who the quick and the dead are, let's keep going. And that was just an example of the dead, because the ones that he's talking about, these ones are the ones that have been kicked out of the truth completely. They're completely the ones that take their hands off the plow and look back to the world. They're dead, and they're not coming back. The quick are the ones that are going to be taken back into the kingdom. They heard the word, they received it with joyfulness and gladness of heart for the one of all things. Let's go. Let's keep going. Back over to the book of Timothy, 2 Timothy, chapter 4, verse 2. Preach the word. Be instant in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. So, and this is a really cool thing. So it's actually not talking about the 4 seasons like summer, spring, winter, fall. It's not talking about, I mean, I guess it could be if you want to take it for the face value, but when I turn the camera off and I take the garment off, that doesn't mean I stop taking questions. That doesn't mean I stop exhorting people. That means that I keep going. I'm instant in season and out of season. So whenever I'm teaching this word, just because I'm not dressed up for the part doesn't mean I'm not teaching. When I go to work, I'm not going to have the camera on. Wait, let me get the camera going. I teach every single person on my job site what I'm about, who I am, and they could possibly be one of those people. So be instant in season and out of season. In other words, there's a time when you've designated yourself that you're going to teach the word, and then all that other time is where you also need to stay in this truth. You still need to be studying, you still need to be exhorting, rebuking, exhort, encourage, rebuke, correct. So let's get a precept on that. Galatians chapter 6, KJV. Shalom, Akim, shalom. Go to go down to verse 6. Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things. So be instant in season and out of season. Always be teaching the word. Always be teaching the word. Let him that is taught in the word communicate. That communication is your exhorting the people, encouraging them with the truth. Unto him that teacheth in all good things. So it's telling you, teach the word in season, out of season. Always be exhorting the people. Always be rebuking, reproving. Let's keep going. 2 Timothy chapter 4, KJV. And back into it, verse 3, where we left off. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. And of course, I'm going to have to go to Isaiah chapter 30 to get a precept on that. But don't worry, I got some other ones too. But you know, Isaiah is just it's just the one. So let's just get Isaiah. Let's just get Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 30 KJV. And really, the teachers that have itching ears, and the reason why I'm going to this, because 9 through 13, it tells you something important. It says, these people have left from the truth, and they're seeking out people that are going to tell them what they want to hear, is what that's actually saying. So, when you go over to Isaiah chapter 30, starting at verse 9, this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. So in other words, lie to us, tell us lies. We don't want to hear the truth. The truth is horrible. Nobody was ever taught or raised or brought up in the truth. They were taught that the truth is horrible. But let me keep going. Get you out of the way. Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Wherefore thus saith Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, because you despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. So all of you people that want to hear a feel-good message, and you don't want to hear the truth, at that last second, in that final trump, in the last hour, when your grace runs out, the Most High is going to kill you in an instant. And we went through that yesterday in the class. When he shoots the arrows that will not come back void in Jeremiah. When he pleads with all flesh with fire in Isaiah 66, 15 and 16. All the way down to Revelation 22 and 12, that he's coming quickly and his reward is with him to repay every man according to his works shall be. So just remember that. It's written. So, and it's going to happen just like that. That's why when you read the verse, wait for it. It seems like it's not coming, but it's surely coming. You just don't see it because you're not paying attention. And that goes back into Jeremiah 10, I think 10 and 1. They hate the signs and the seasons. Let's see, let's get it. Jeremiah chapter 10, KJV. 10 and 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathens, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathens are dismayed at them. They're dismayed at the signs of the seasons. So let's go back into Timothy. Shalom, Akim, shalom. Let's go back over into 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy chapter 4. And KJV, of course. Verse 5. Wait, let's read 3 and 4 again. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall heap to themselves teachers having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables. So I just told you, it says, speak lies. Speak unto us lies. Tell us, be deceitful to us. Now I have to get it again. But the word fable means lie. So, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned to fables. So that's why in Isaiah 30 and 10, it's saying, they say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. Fables, deceits. They love being lied to. You want to hear that feel-good message? There isn't one. The feel-good message is the children of Israel that come back to the law, statutes, and commandments and keep these law, statutes, and commandments, conforming and, how would you say, applying what you learn to your life so you can re-enter the kingdom. Let's go back into Timothy. It's really hot today, guys. It's hot out here. It's getting hot out here. Let's go to verse 5. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. So, and I'm gonna get a couple precepts on that actually. Let's start with 1 Peter chapter 1, KJV. go down to verse 13. Hold on. Let me go back real quick. I only read verse 5. I want to make sure. Watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. Okay, yeah. Let me get it. First Peter chapter 1, KJV. No. I don't want that. I keep going to First Peter, but that precept doesn't go right there. It goes, I know where it goes, so I'm not going to bring that out. Let me go ahead and get Ezekiel 37, KJV. And we're going to go down to verse 9. This is when it says, do the work of an evangelist. So when you go down to Ezekiel 37 and 9, this is the work of the evangelist. And he said unto me, prophesy unto the wind. Prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain that they may live. And that goes back into the dead too, because without that quickening spirit you don't live. But the point is the work of an evangelist is to go onto the highways and the hedges. Preaching to the wind is preaching to the Israelites that don't know that they're Israelites. But then they hear the word and something inside of them changes. That's called a seed being planted. And it starts growing inside of you. All of a sudden you want to change your life a little bit. And then a lot. Next thing you know, you're standing over here with me, teaching the truth and becoming part of the hopeful elect. So that's the work of the evangelist. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 28, KJV. Let's go down to verse 9. So it also, we got to go back again and read it again. I got to read it again. Let me read 13 again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 2 Timothy chapter 4, and we're going to read verse 5 again. Okay, verse 5 again. It says, but watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. That's what I wanted to focus on. Make full proof of thy ministry. Now, Isaiah chapter 28 KJV. So keep that in mind, that we're making full proof of our ministry. And how do we do that? Let's go to Isaiah chapter 28. And we're going to start at verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. So the people that learn the basic laws, statutes, and commandments in the Bible, learning the basics. Also, let's keep going. So the basic knowledge and the basic understanding is the being how would you say it? Being weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. But wait, there's more. Make full proof of your ministry. Now that you've got the basics and you understand them, how do you make full proof of your ministry? Verse 10, for precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people. English is a stammering lip and the other tongue. Our original language is called Lashon Kodash. The English language, you have all these words that sound the same, that mean different things, words that look the same that mean different things, words that are spelled the same that mean different things. That's stammering. But also, it says, precept must be upon precept. And then it goes so far as to say precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line. You know why he keeps repeating himself? Because nobody listens. Even in the Bible, he has to keep saying the same thing. This book is repetitious. It keeps telling you, come back to the laws. I'll protect you. That simple. People have been taught so against the laws, they think that if you were to keep 613 commandments, you might fall. It's impossible. You're telling yourself it's impossible because that's what you were taught. It's not impossible. You do the laws to the best of your ability according to your knowledge. And then you have a thing called application. You apply the new things you learn to your life. That's how you become part of the hopeful elect. It's called conforming to the works. Let's keep going. Let's go back into the book of Timothy. Chapter 4, let's go to 6 and 7. For I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. For I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. How much more do I want to go? This is your job as an Israelite. Exhort the people. Make proof of your ministry. Be instant in season and out of season. This is a job description. This is telling you exactly what you have to do. It's not me. I'm not a Christian pastor, so I'm not going to tell you a feel-good message and then ask you for your money. I'm going to read the Bible clearly in its context. I'm going to use the precepts to give you an understanding of what it's actually saying. So, I'm ready to be offered. My time of departure is at hand. I fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. So, the funny thing about that is there's going to be a famine. Watch this. There's going to be a famine, but not of food, but of the word. What chapter and verse? There it is. Let's go to the book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst for water, but of hearing the word of Yahweh. So, like I said, my time is at hand. I fought a good fight. Let me read it again. I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. I fought a good fight, and I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. So, like I said in the beginning, this is our job as the hopeful elect, to go out and exhort the children of Israel, encourage them to come back to the truth. Let's keep going. Verse 8. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which Yahweh, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing. And how do you love? By following his instructions. You can't love Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, I love you, man, but then do things that show that you hate. You can't say you love somebody but then do hateful things towards them. They're not going to believe you. And to love Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, to prove that, you have to follow his instructions. So, if you say you love him, but you won't follow his instructions, you're a liar. You're an antichrist. You're going against Christ, but you're lying right in his face at the same time. And really, you can't really lie. But anyway, he shall give me in that day, and not me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing. So all of us that were keeping the laws, were out teaching children, that were exhorting the people, he's going to show us love at his appearing. And I can get into that too. It's pretty simple. I know what love he's going to show us. I know how he's going to show us love. It's really simple. In fact, let me get it. Revelation chapter 11 and verse 12, KJV. This is how he's going to love the hopeful elect in those final hours, in that last second. This is Revelation 11 and 12. It's repetitious. I'm going to keep going back to the same verses until you guys know what I'm getting ready to say when I call out the verse. And Revelation 11 and 12, like I said, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. This is a physical thing. This isn't a metaphor. He's literally going to pull. This is what the Christians are calling the rapture. But when you read this in its context, it's only talking about the 1/3 hopeful elect and the 144,000 within that 1/3. So the people that are going to come up hither and join him while our enemies behold us, that's only talking about the children of Israel that come back to the laws, the statutes within the laws, and the direct commands to the best of their ability according to their knowledge. There's no other way to show Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai that you love him. You can't say you love him and go back to video games, or go back to your TV shows, or go back to a worldly life. That's not possible. Let's keep going. Let's get some precepts on. I want to get a precept on this. I'm going to read it again. I got to get a precept. I forgot about something. But he clearly said that he was going to get a crown of righteousness. So, that crown of righteousness is also known as a crown of life. So, let's go to Revelation chapter 2. Revelation chapter 2, KJV. Go down to verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. My time is up. I already told you. I've fought a good fight. That they may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So that crown of righteousness is going to be that we're going to conquer death in the end. You guys got to understand. Let's go to James. James chapter 1, KJV. Verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive a crown of life, which Yahweh hath promised to them that what? That love him. And when I tell you how do you love him, you got to come back to the truth. You can't live in this worldly life. You can't celebrate pagan holidays. If Jeremiah chapter 10, 1 through 5 says don't celebrate Christmas, why would you celebrate Christmas? So you know right away you're an antichrist. If you're just doing that one little thing, you're going against everything that was ever taught to us before this kingdom we're in now. It's amazing how people hate the Most High so much, how they run from the Word. They run from the truth. This truth isn't for everybody, that's for damn sure. Second Timothy chapter 4, KJV. I'm going to go back into verse 9. And so, let me read 8 again. Henceforth, let me read 8 again. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which Yahweh, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing. Do thy diligence to come shortly unto me. Do thy diligence to come shortly unto me. Do your work to be repaid. That, once again, Revelation 22 and 12, right? For I come quickly and my reward is with me. He's going to reward you. Let's keep going. So, back into it, going into Job. Let's get another precept on that. I gave you 22 and 12, which is, I come quickly and my reward is with me. But I always bring that out. Let me get a new one for you guys. I want you guys to know that I keep bringing out the same verses because I want you to get them ingrained in your heads. So, I always bring out 22 and 12, so let's get something different. Job, chapter 34, KJV. Let's go down to verse 11. For the work of a man shall he render unto him, and cause every man to find according to his ways. So, for the work of a man he shall render unto him. So you're going to get repaid for your works, whether it's on the left-hand side or it's on the righteous hand side. You see what I'm saying? You're getting repaid. So whatever you're doing right now, if you think, well, I must be blessed because the Most High has not done anything to me, you're the absolute opposite. You're getting ready for total and utter destruction, and the Most High is not dealing with you at all. You're not blessed. You're cursed. He don't even want to deal with you right now. Man, I can't even bat my eyes a certain way without getting judgment. So believe me, he's here and he's judging the children that he loves. That's for sure. I know that all my Akiah, my brothers, we're all in the balance. And you know what? It's a great place to be because in the twinkling, at the last trump, in the twinkling of an eye, in that last instant, he's going to come and save us by the skin of our teeth. Let's get back into it. Let's go to, let's get a couple more. Let's get one more. Isaiah chapter 40, KJV. Let's go down to verse 10. Behold, Yahweh will come with a strong hand, and his arm shall rule for him. Behold, his reward is with him, and his work before him. So, like I said, you are definitely going to be repaid for the works that you're doing in this day and age. And if you think that you're not, you're delusional. The Most High is coming to destroy all those that are not following instructions. I say this every time. Imagine you follow GPS to the T and you get to where your desired location is. You don't follow the scriptures, but you expect to get into heaven. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Let's go back into 2 Timothy. Chapter 4, and we're going to read verse 10. For Demas hath forsaken me, having loved this present world, and is departed unto Thessalonica, and Crescens to Galatia, Titus unto Dalmana, or Dalmatia. So he was doing the works, but he fell back into the world. Of course I'm going to get Luke 9 and 62 for anybody that knows anything. Of course I'm getting Luke 9 and 62. Luke chapter 9, KJV. And Yahushua said unto him, no man, having put his hand upon the plow, looking back, is fit for the kingdom of Yahweh. So, if you're going to start doing the works and then decide you would rather be in the world, you are not fit for the kingdom of Yahweh. You will not get in, and he's not going to deal with you. He's going to turn his back on you like you did him. Then you're going to be like, but I did this, that, and the third. I did all my stuff in your name. And you know what he's going to say to you? He's going to say, I did not know you, depart from me. You have a chance now. Now is your chance to come back to the truth. Now. When it's too late, you're going to be like, but I didn't know. But I know everybody out here can hear my voice, so you're not going to have an excuse. You're not going to have an excuse because everybody out here hears me. Let's go back into it. Let's get it. Let's get back into 2 Timothy. You know what? No, let's get one more precept. Hebrews chapter 10, KJV. Nobody's going to be able to say, I didn't know. There will be no covering for your sins. You're going to know that there was a guy out there I've been out here for years now, a couple of years, standing right here in the same spot, saying the same thing, bringing out the same scriptures practically. So, you guys do know. You just refuse to accept the truth. So let's go to Hebrews 10 and 38. Now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, if you're in the truth and you pull away from it, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. So you're going to be rejected out of the kingdom the same way you rejected the truth in this kingdom. You got to remember, Job 9:24, the world was given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the real judges. If not him, where and who is he? Back into 2 Timothy. Chapter 4, we're going back to where we left off at verse 11. Only Luke is with me. Take Mark and bring him with thee, for he is profitable to me for the ministry. Let me keep going. And Titus, I have sent to Ephesus. The cloak that I left at Troas with Carpus, when thou comest, bring with thee. Bring my cloak, is what he's saying. And the books. I got all the books. But especially the parchments. So he's telling him, okay, this is a list of the materials I want you to bring with you. All right? Alexander, the coppersmith, did much evil. The Lord reward him according to his works. Right back to everything I just said to you. That goes back to Revelation 22 and 12. Job 34 and 11. Isaiah 40 and 10. He takes no pleasure in you. I'm not going to know you in the end. Let me keep... you know what? Let's get a couple more precepts. Why not, right? I'm almost done, honestly. I thought this class was going to last a little longer, but sometimes I just get into it. 2 Thessalonians, KJV. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, start at verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Ooh. So, do you know what that just said? The coppersmith did much evil, right? Let me read it again. Seeing it as a righteous thing with Yahweh, this is a good thing with Yahweh, to repay tribulation to them that trouble you. So he says, yeah, they need to be troubled also. That's from Yahweh. So just letting you know. So let's get another one. Psalms chapter 28, KJV. Let's go down to verse 4. Give them according to their deeds. The coppersmith did much evil before him, right? Give them according to their deeds and according to the wickedness of their endeavors. Give them after the works of their hand. Render to them their deserts. Takes you right back into Revelation 22 and 12. Like I said, this book, all of it works together. It all works together. This is a powerful book. Why do you think that they take it, they read a piece of it out of context and take all your money? It's that powerful. This word is that powerful. So when an antichrist gets his hands on the truth, he goes against Christ. He takes everything you've got because he's a hireling. In other words, he gets paid to lie to you. Let's go back into 2 Timothy. We're almost finished. I just thought this class was going to be a little bit longer. I apologize, guys. We're 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 15. Of whom be thou war also, for he hath greatly withstood our words. And I mean, that goes right back into Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 9. It's like just going around in circles. Just going around in circles. Saying the same thing, telling you, it's like you can't win, you just can't win with this book. It's gonna shut down every lie, every stupid thing that people like to say. Let's go with the Bible Hub. Every stupid thing that people like to say to gaslight the truth. But listen to this carefully. This is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh. So, let's go back. This is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh. So let's read it again. Of whom be thou war also, for he hath greatly withstood our words. These are rebellious people, lying children, that will not hear the law of Yahweh. So what is he saying? He's saying that they hate the truth. They withstand the words. They're against the truth. I got a couple more verses and then that's it. Let's get another precept though. Zechariah chapter 7, KJV. Let's go down to verse 17. I'm sorry, verse 11. I apologize, verse 11. So, they will not hear the law of the world. They greatly withstood the word, according to 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 15. So, let's go into Zechariah chapter 7 and start at verse 11. But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped the ears that they should not hear. That's how you greatly withstand the word. You do everything you can to avoid it. Shall I keep going? Sure. Yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone. In other words, they're hardened their heart, their minds, they're hard-headed. Lest they should hear the law, and the words which the Lord of hosts hath sent in his spirit by the former prophets. Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts. You know what? Let me read one more. Therefore, it has come to pass that as he cried, and they would not hear, so they cried, and he would not hear, saith the Lord of hosts. So, I'm a messenger. I'm sent here to cry out to you, and hopefully you'll hear and understand the truth, and conform, and change, and come back to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, come back to the law, statutes, and commandments that he put before us so we could be worthy to be in his presence in the kingdom. But we're hard-headed. So this is funny too. It says they literally close their minds to it because lest they should hear the word. And if you, and this is, we were talking about this yesterday. Christians will literally run from the truth. And the point is so, because they're afraid, and what I always thought, in my mind personally, is if they don't hear it, they're not sinning. So they try not to hear it. But once they hear it, they gaslight it because they don't want to believe the truth because they live their life according to worldliness. So when they hear righteousness, they know that they're in sin. So therefore they choose not to hear it. They don't want to hear, oh, no, that's not true. Well, God knows my spirit. Your spirit is so wicked that even the Most High himself is going to say, I don't know you. I don't know who you are. So, let's go back into 2 Timothy. I got a couple more verses and then we're out. Let's read 4 and 15 again. Of whom be thou war also, for he hath greatly withstood our words. So the point is because you guys hate the truth, you hate hearing the truth, while the messengers are out here crying out to you to listen to the truth, when you guys start to cry out and we're taken out of here, he's going to tell you, I don't know you. You're going to be crying just like, and he's not going to help you. You're going to be destroyed. It says so. 2/3 of the Israelites have to be destroyed. So for the end time prophecy saying that shows you that Israelites and Edomites and Pizzites and Gershon, all those people still exist. They have different names now. But let's get back into it. 2 Timothy chapter 4, we're going to start at verse 17 where we left off. Wait, let's read 16. We kind of skipped over that. In fact, I don't even have 16 on my notes, so let's read it. So I'll read 15 again. Of whom be thou aware also, for he hath greatly withstood our words. At my first answer no man stood with me, but all men forsook me. I pray Yahweh that it may not be laid to their charge. Notwithstanding, Yahweh stood with me and strengthened me, that by me the preaching might be fully known, and that all the Gentiles might hear. And I was delivered out of the mouth of the lion. And Yahweh shall deliver me from every evil work, and will preserve me unto his heavenly kingdom. Come up hither, and they ascended into heaven, those that love him. To whom be glory forever and ever. Amen. Let me get one more precept. We're going to close out. 2 Kings chapter 6, KJV. Let's go down to verse 17. Because, hold on, let me go back. I gotta tell you something real quick before I read this. Notwithstanding, Yahweh stood with me. Yahweh stood with me and strengthened me. Okay? Now, I want you to keep that in mind, because I tell people all the time, there's a whole army standing right here with me. You can't see them. If you could, you wouldn't come down this street. I got the real Shavuot with me. I got the Yahweh's army is with me. Let me prove it. Let me prove it. And this is for all the prophets that risk their time, their life, and their freedom, just to bring out the word, just so people can know that the truth is out there if they are willing to accept it. But the Lord shall deliver me from every evil work and preserve me out of his heavenly kingdom. But go back to 17 again. Notwithstanding, the Lord stood with me and strengthened me. So how does he do that? Well, he puts the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding in my mind on my frontlets, but also he protects me. Let me show you now. 2 Kings chapter 6, KJV. Let's go down to verse 17. And it says, and Elisha prayed and said, Yahweh, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord, Yahweh, opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. There is a spiritual war going on here. And I got the spirits with me protecting me. And with that being said, I'm going to close out right there. So I got one more. Yeah, let's get one more. And when they came down to him, Elisha prayed unto Yahweh and said, smite this people, I pray thee, with blindness. And he smote them with blindness, according to the word of Elisha. And I'm going to stop there. I'm going to close out the way I always do. Revelation chapter 22, KJV. Go down to verse 7. Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book. If you got spiritual eyes to see, and you got spiritual ears to hear, I can only pray that you apply what you learned to your life, and hopefully you were able to get something out of this message. And with that being said, call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ukwakadah, and double honors again to the elder apostles, the prophets, teachers, disciples, the sincere Akyama Akwa in GMS. Shalom.